Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Coach Rock here from Revenge Basketball, and today we're going to be working on your passing. So passing is one of those skills that's super important, but many people just don't even think about it. They don't practice it. And I get it, like if you don't have a teammate to pass to, you might think that you can't work on it, but you actually can work on it. All you need is a wall. And I like to think of it as like, you know how like people that play soccer or handball or lacrosse ball, they just use a wall and throw the ball back and forth off the wall. Well, you can do the same thing with a basketball. And you can just practice the simple passes first, like chest pass, bounce pass, overhead pass, baseball pass. Those are the main passes. So chest pass, bounce pass, over the head pass, baseball pass, and then practice stepping with both feet. So the first one we stepped with the left foot. Well, sometimes you might have to step with your right. So you practice stepping with your right for each pass, practice left hand baseball passes, and then you practice one hand passes. So the main thing is you use the wall and you just run through different types of passes, all right, just to get used to it. And right now I'm just throwing the ball off the wall, but what I would recommend you do is try to get like a piece of tape or something, or pick a spot on the wall. So you're trying to be accurate. You're not just throwing the ball at the wall, like you're trying to be accurate with your passes. So that's the first step. You just have to actually try to work on it, right? Now, the next step is to start integrating basketball dribbling with passing. So we can start doing kind of those basic, I talked about this before, like when you're doing this kind of the Stephen Curry warm-ups, what he does like cross between behind, and then he passes, and then cross between behind, then he passes. So cross between behind, pass, cross between behind, pass. So you can do things like that, but also you can build on that. Like you can do other things that you might do in a game. So you could like cross, practice different types of passes, like try to simulate real games. Watch footage of yourself playing or other people playing and notice how they would pass. How does Chris Paul enter the ball to the post? You know, focus on, you know, how did he set it up? Maybe he got the defender on his hip, he faked here, then he threw a type of pass like that. Maybe he pump faked here, threw a chest pass. So focus on those little details that a lot of players, you know, don't think about. How did, you know, maybe Ja Morant enter the ball into the post after he came off the pick? Maybe he had the ball in his left hand and he dropped it like that. Well, you should be able to practice going hard off that pick and throwing that easy pass to the big man. So passing, again, it's not the most fun thing to do by yourself, but you can work on it. You can work on it well. And I guarantee if you practice these, you'll be a much better passer. And with all that being said, I think one thing that you can't overlook is simplicity. Make the simple pass. The problem with young players is usually they're trying to make the highlight pass, the crazy no-look pass. But you know what's better than that? Simply deliver the ball. Make sure it hits your players where they want to be hit. If you're trying to, you know, if you have a shooter, hit him right in the hands, right where he wants it, chest pass, hit him there. If you have a big man who's calling for the ball right here, don't throw the ball up here. Or if he's calling for the ball up here, don't throw the ball down there. Just by simply being accurate with your passes, you'll be a much better passer. And the last tip is look up. So as soon as you catch the ball, look up when you're playing, or as soon as you get the inbound. There are so many opportunities that you will get by simply catching the ball, turning, looking up, seeing what's there. Instead of first thing you do, catch the ball, dribble with your head down. Don't do that. Catch the ball, turn, look up. My coach in college, he used to hate, I had a bad habit when I first got to school, was like every time I caught the ball, I would dribble the ball. Like, that was just a habit I had because I was just so used to like doing ISO, playing ISO basketball in high school. But when I got to the next level, I can't just do that. So it took me a while to get used to catching, surveying, and then dribbling if I needed to, or passing directly. So that's another tip I would give you that will help your passing, because if you immediately catch and put the ball down, you take away the whole triple threat. So you take away one whole option of your game of the ball's already being dribbled now. So now you can't pass, shoot, or dribble. Now you can only pass or shoot off of the dribble. So it makes it easier for the defense. And of course, if the first thing you do is dribble, you might miss the pass. Like, your teammate might have that split second he's open. While you're dribbling, you could have been passing and he could have been hitting a shot or a layup. So remember those things, all right? Keep it simple, head up. Don't immediately put the ball on the ground. Look up and practice passing with the wall. That's really all you need. Now, if you do have a partner, you guys can practice different types of passing drills. Like another thing we would do in college and high school actually was all we needed was one partner, and we would both just stand here. We would go like this down the whole court, passing back and forth, finishing with a layup, passing back and forth, finish with a layup. Then we would do bounce passes. So there's a lot of different things you can do. Be creative, but work on your passing. You can't expect to be a better passer, to be a wizard on the court, if it's not something you work on. So be sure to work on it. And one last thing that will help you become a better passer is your ball handling. The better you can dribble, the easier it will be to make better passes, because you won't have to stare at what you're doing. If you're dribbling like this, you won't see the passing angles either. So I know I said before you don't want to catch and immediately dribble, and that's true, you don't want to do that. But when you are actually dribbling, because that's the best thing to do, because you see a lane, because you see an opportunity, if you can handle the ball well, it'll make it easier to be able to see somebody open and hit them with that one-hand pass that you've been practicing on the wall. So keep that in mind. If you're looking to take your skills to the next level, click the first link I have pinned in the comments for you, and be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the next video.